It's just a simple fire escape route. Do the employees know what to do in case of a fire? Do they know which is the nearest hospital or clinic to go to in case of a cut, a bruise, what to do in case someone breaks their hand, touch wood, or who to call? Do they call 999? Do they call 995? Do they call the family doctor? Is there a company doctor? Are there procedures? What to do in emergencies? Where to go, what to do, and how to do it? And who are designated people that they can approach within their own organization to help them make those decisions as well. Those designated people could be fire wardens. So in case you have an emergency, a fire breaks out in the office, these guys are trained. They train and they have responsibilities, they have ownership. And what they do is they pick up signboards and say, okay, walk down the stairs, go do this. There are 10 of us today here, 10 of us should be downstairs, right? Evacuate. Or you have your first aiders. Yes, companies should send some of their staff for first aid training. First aid is first response. It's not there to go and stitch for any cuts and bruises, but it's to respond, to help. Some people might fall into shock. First aid could be just responding and then getting the right treatment for the guy, sending him to a doctor, sending him to a clinic, or doing something more. Right? So yes, management should send their staff for training, whether it's first aid training. And yes, demonstrations would be good. How often do we demonstrate first aid or first aid measures in an office or a workshop? Very rare. But it should not just end there, because like with anything, at first it's just awareness. A 2-hour course will create some awareness. Tomorrow, someone will forget what they've learned. 2 weeks later, they have zero knowledge of what they've learned. They understand, yeah, I've gone through some course, but I don't know how to apply it. A longer course will give knowledge. Yes, okay, I'm aware of some things, I'm aware of certain requirements, but I'm not good enough yet. A better, more in-depth course will give the guy a skill level. They know how to do things. They start doing it right, but they need practice. Right? So these are competencies that you need. You might send someone for a first aid course. You might spend $200, $300, $400. 6 months down the road, he forgets everything. You don't want that as well. So training is good. Sending the right people for the right training is great. But always testing their knowledge, always asking them, getting them refreshed. It's very important. And not just for the sake of a certificate or paper. It must be more than that. The company must get something out of it. The employees must get something out of it. It must be a win-win.